Have you seen those clips online of people who are spending like 10 grand plus to do like pretend boot
6
camps?
a day, 3 days, $18,000 alpha man camp. That's what it is.
I'm strong. Move forward. Move forward. Move forward. I'm a man. Forward. I am. Move I am a man. I am a man. I am a man.
Is it called Alpha Man Camp?
No, but it's the best way for me to like condense it down to two or three words.
$6 a day.
$6,000 a day for 3 days. $18,000. You basically go through like pseudo SEAL training, and there's lots of like learning to be assertive, learning to like be physical, learning resilience, stuff like that. And there's a lot. I saw one guy who I guess had some sort of like, he had a hard time being assertive, and the coach or the drill sergeant, more apt probably, is like, I'm not getting out of your way. You're gonna move me. And he's just like sort of moving him out of the way. He's like, move me out of your way if you want to get there. You want this? You want to be a man? You gotta go through me, Sergeant Slaughter. I got you for 3 minutes.
I am a man. I am a man. I am a man.
I wonder if it works at all. Because, like, here's where I'm coming from on that. I sometimes read self-help books, and it makes me a better me for weeks or even a month.
That's Sergeant Slaughter right there. At one point, he pulled out a knife, and he's like, if you're going to horse around and you're not going to take Sergeant Slaughter seriously, you see this tattoo? I might as well carve it out of my flesh.
By the way, Alan, your check did not clear.
But I bet you it's like a self-help book, that it has sort of a temporary impact in making you a little better, maybe.
It strikes me as like fake.
This looks retarded.
Oh my God, this is so lame.
You were right, Alpha Male Boot Camp.
Is that?
That's what it's in the tweet. A 3-day Alpha Male Boot Camp is seeing attendees mocked online for paying $18,000 to endure military-grade inspired punishments. You know what would be funny is if we saw them like with a hood on their head, like standing on a box, like
electrodes on their fingers.
Oh man, it wasn't worth it to be attacked by German shepherds for 3 days.
I hated the rape.
I mean, these people must not be total losers if they have 18 grand to spend on a 3-day vacation.
Yeah. Would you ever? What's the amount you guys would spend for that experience? If you have,
you would have to pay. If you paid
how much would I charge? Is where that goes.
Okay, how much would you charge? All right,
18,000 wouldn't be enough. 30,000, I'd do it.
3 days from getting yelled at. $6 grand a day. You wouldn't do that.
There might be chafing. They're all.
You got to pay me 10 a day to yell at me. You can't yell at me for 6 a day.
I get yelled at for 6 a day. Ed,
not for only 3 days. All right, we stretch this out for a couple of weeks. We can. I want to know Ed's answer.
Yeah,
I was a used car salesman for a long time. I have been yelled at for much less money. But today, I don't know. I think I'm with Kyle on that one. It'd probably take 10 grand a day to yell at me and demean me like that. And probably, these pictures are going to end up being used as like in the pro-Hamas camp of like, this is what they're doing over there. And,
whenever somebody
get on the monkey bars.
Whenever someone tweets at you and they're like,
in the backdrop is the guy yelling at me. I don't think I'm there.
Yeah, they were all the same hatchet, by the way. Not even a collection. He like bought bulk from an axe throwing depot or something.
It was a signature model that wouldn't sell out on Amazon, so we had to buy the leftover inventory.
Yeah, it's fucking lame. I think like
it is.
I don't think I'm an alpha man, but I don't even know what the fuck that means necessarily. And I definitely don't need a camp to make me feel better about myself or more assertive. Like I yell at people all the time. The working man nearly got it last week. I don't need any help.
Yeah, and you didn't pay him anything. Yeah,
I said, don't you see the no soliciting sign?
You just sprayed him with a hose.
People give me a hard shit for pissing on waiters as if waiters are real people equals us.
All right, well we differ on that one. I treat wait staff well because they have access to my food and they're humans. But the working man, that cocksucker better learn to read.
It's not proven.
Like
I'm leaning into it. Fuck it.
blows me away when people are rude to the people who have access to your food and they have no cool down time. Like,
what are they going to do? Spit on my food?
Waiter, yes.
Yeah. You think I don't want that?
They might give you a little butthole. They might give you a little doo-doo on there and you get the worst E. coli you've ever had.
You think I don't want that?
Assuming
all it
they
takes
have
is
E.
a little
coli.
human doo-doo in your food to make you so sick. Every time
That
you get
can't
food
be true.
poisoning, that's what food poisoning is.
I think it's probably more than just that.
It's human doo-doo and the bacteria
It's
that's in it.
undercooked chicken.
Yeah, it can
That's
be salmonella.
That's a different form of. I mean, you can be food poisoned in many ways, but the most
Doesn't
common
sound
is
like
E.
I'm
coli.
wrong.
The most common one would be E. coli. That's coming from human doo-doo because it's the most likely contamination source to be in there. It's funnier to say doo-doo though. It's a funny word.
Dookie.
Yeah, dookie. Yeah.
So you think that the leading cause of food poisoning is intentional introduction of? No.
I think that it is.
Kyle, don't you back
human-
off your beliefs.
I think what I'm saying is it's very easy to poison a motherfucker. You just finger your butthole a little, get it. Just take their hot dog bun, clean your finger off with that. Throw the dog in there, a little chili on top. They'll never know. They're like, this smells so rich and deep. And next thing you know, they're like puking their guts up and shitting blood. You know, you ever shit blood from food poisoning?
No.
Holy shit! That's when you know you've got it. When your intestinal lining is sloughing off from the evil that you've ingested. I've had that once.
What was it from?
What did you eat?
Oh, I don't remember. Probably fucking. Oh, I think it was actually.
I'd
Greek
remember.
Food. It was Greek food because they do that thing where they've got the huge hunk of meat rotating and they slice it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
The
lamb.
most common form of food poisoning is undercooked poultry. I googled it.
That does seem true.
Yeah, it's called Campylobacter. I might have
That's
mispronounced it,
what
but
Big Doo-Doo wants you to think.
Got me there.
That's a big doo-doo. They're always fucking buying our politicians. Big doo-doo, some shit-eating guy who's a billionaire.
That's where that expression comes from, the shit-eating grin of Big Doo-Doo, the bureaucrats that pull the strings.
I would get yelled at for probably 3 days in a row. You know, $1,000 a day, pretty solid deal. Like,
Jesus Christ, dude, they're not just yelling at you; they are whooping your ass and posing you and making you get. You know what sugar cookie means? It's when you get in the water and then you go out in the water and you do exercise. Maybe you're lifting boats or logs, strenuous till you're beat. Then you come back in while you're beat and you roll in that dry sand and turn into a sugar cookie. Then they make you do calisthenics, so your skin and your shirt is now sandpaper. Your nipples are bleeding.
I warned you there was chafing.
Yeah, okay.
Your whole body is chafed. Like you're gonna be wet and sandy doing like hard outdoor calisthenics without breaks and shit. It's SEALs training.
Which one of us is pronouncing chafing correctly? It might
chafing.
It's chafing.
Like church.
Like church. Chafing. Yeah.
Oh, I had it wrong. Okay.
Were you saying chafing? Like a Spanish person?
No, probably no.
He wasn't. He wasn't saying that, and there's no evidence he ever did.
You can't prove it.
God damn. like that's how a cholo would say chafing. Oh, chafing.
Yeah. And they would do it for way less than $6,000.
Oh, that's probably cholos running the class. I'd be scared. Those are the scariest people to me. They got those the cholo with the big white t-shirt, shaved head, and a mustache. That guy's scary as fuck. Remember the guy that was going to rape Ethan Hawke in Training Day? They're sitting around playing poker. He's like, yo, bro, you ever get your shit pushed in? He's like, nah, man. I got mine pushed in big time. And he's like, what the fuck? Like things just flip on a dime. And now he's in the bathroom upside down.
And then he molested the guy?
Well, I'm not going to spoil the movie. It's a good movie. Training Day. Denzel Washington.
I think I'm on the
Ethan
same
Hawke.
side. I'm thinking of all the things that are scarier than that.
Even Mendez shows with Bush.
I'm coming up with zero. Right? Like
snakes.
Eva Longoria?
No.
Like a venomous snake that's like in your bed with you.
Okay. Well, if you put a cholo in bed with you, now choose.
Yeah, well, he might not bite me.
If you're lucky.
If I'm bigger than him and stronger than him, I can enforce like a pillow barrier and be like, you stay on that side of the bed. I'll stay on my side. Not even any spoons if I'm strong. But if he's stronger than me, then that is scarier.
I think it goes without saying this is a big, strong, scary one. Right?
Okay, you're right. A big, strong, violent rapist.
A 9-year-old cholo is not scary.
In bed with me is very scary. I would pick the snake in retrospect. That's
do you think they have a safe word? Like you can opt out at any time, or do you think you just forego that on sign up?
Yeah, you forego that. He's going to take it when he wants it.
In the camp?
No, there.
In the camp.
If it's a real, if it's a real company.
I was thinking about cholo sex. I was like, nah, they just take what they want, man.
No, they definitely have a safe word or something.
Avocado.
Like if they're running some kind of business there, like they probably want repeat customers. And so they might be secretly hoping that like Stevie fails on day 2 so that they can then be like,
you know what I do?
We're not going to charge you for day 3. You didn't make it, but we have another class in 2 months. We really think you're going to make it this time.
I would put one of my boys in, and he'd be the first to quit. Like I dog him hard and make him. Somebody's gonna quit today. That'd be part of the first exercise. We don't stop till somebody quits. We don't eat till somebody quits. And I'd have my boy there, and he'd be ready to quit 45 minutes in. But right before one of the you don't want the paying customers to quit for sure. You want them to get to day 2 or 3. Unless
Taylor's suggestion is to get them to re-sign. They go 2.5 days, and it's like, I think next time you can do it.
You can apply. We don't necessarily accept the
surprise. If the check clears, so does your approval.
Deposit's not.
I know that we said it was free if you complete the training. With 4 hours remaining, that is why we are now beginning the 3-gallon of milk drill. Fuck, some guy with milk mustache. Nobody ever makes it past this one.
Yeah, to me that's lame. Not only because
it's pretty gay.
It kind of stinks of that wannabe military shit a little bit. And I don't like that ever. I hate that like fake army man shit. I mean, I don't like the cops do it too, and they don't have any more right to do it than anybody. I see what are you wearing a fucking patch for, bro? Don't you write tickets? Like, you're wearing a patch. What do you mean death or dishonor? Death or dishonor, 45 or over. That should be your motto. Like, what do you death or dishonor? Fucking pig.
That's a good line. I might reuse it when you're not around.
Yeah, do it when they pull you over. As he's writing you the ticket, and you notice it on his forearm. Let him when you see the thin blue line wristband, let him know it's a gang sign.